heavily dookie made.
And no shade.
Take 2 shots straight to the brain.
To the brain.
Ice grilled out like I'm hella paid. Whoa, take your ass up to the helipad.
Helipad.
Toss your ass into propeller blades.
Propeller blade.
You know the boys stay too insane.
What?
Renegade, renegade, renegade. Midwest renegade, hooligan, who is he? Reppin' it heavily dookie made.
And no shade.
Take 2 shots straight to the brain.
To the brain.
Ice grilled out like I'm hella paid. Whoa, take your ass up to the helipad.
Helipad.
Toss your ass into propeller blades.
Propeller blade.
You know the boys stay too insane.
What?
Renegade, renegade, renegade.
Here we go. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Noise from Nowhere.
Noise from nowhere.
Where we at? Where we at, Osh?
We're in Aquarius 8 Studios. I'm Osh from the Ghost. This is your man Duke Wallace.
Dookie Dubs, what's happening?
Representing Era 21 Music, Project
yeah.
Flat World,
Yeah.
Blueprint Linguistics. So anyway, what we want to get to today is the point of these podcasts that we're about to start, Noise from Nowhere. The general point of this is that we're hip-hop artists. This is a hip-hop based show, but it's not about hip-hop.
Yeah, it's not necessarily just about hip-hop. There's a lot of things going on. We're just trying to experiment a little bit, just trying to get everybody some shine. We're going to have some guests later, but this is our first episode. There's really no point to this show. Like, this show is just us kicking it, Aquarius 8 Studios.
We just got shit to talk about all the time, relevant things that are relevant to our local hip-hop scene here
Yep.
that we think that maybe the public should know about since we just talk about them so randomly. So anyway, that's the point of this show. So to lead into a little bit of who we are and what we do, I'll let you go first, Duke.
I'm Duke Wallace. I've been doing this rap stuff for I want to say 4 years almost. I met you at a Rhyme Sick Fest 1, right?
I don't remember what year that was, 16 or 17.
Yeah. I just rap, I promote, I have my own squad. Shout out to Era 21. Merchandising, CD pressing. Love CD pressing, man. That was my jam. I love doing that.
That's how we got hooked up with Duke Wallace. I mean, initially he did his first mixtape with Caponics, and how we started doing business together was he was the one actually going and pressing the CDs, which if you don't know what that means, he was going out putting in all the footwork. He was burning individual CD by CD at first.
Had to cut out the sleeves one by one with the pair of scissors when I first started out, man.
Yep, and upgraded to the Saran wrap package,
burner,
actual package merchandise. So if you've been to any of our local shows, you're familiar with Duke Wallace's work.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen it on all the Blueprint projects, Rick Bliss, Caponics, myself, all his projects, Cats Across Nebraska,
everywhere. I'm from the 308. I'm from Nebraska, and I live up here now. It's kind of crazy just to change the scenes. Like, just coming from Nebraska, there's no scene. I've just seen what you do. Osh, Heads Rappers Delight. You run your own studio in your own basement. You run your own label. Do all your own merchandising, all your own promo, all your own management. Very little help at all, right?
Shout out to Chanel. Chanel is all my help that I do get. Not to downplay my artists. They do their own thing, but I mean, I take a lot onto myself.
You do. You take a lot on yourself.
And it's out of control more than anything. I just want things to go my way. But I have a game plan. I have an outline. I have goals for the future of the hip-hop community of Casper. The things that I do, like Duke said, I run Blueprint Linguistics. That was started about roughly 3 years ago.
Yep.
A few individuals, shout out to my homie Rick Bliss. That's my main dog. Shout out to Caponics Labs. That's my bro. You know, those are both my brothers. We're all just on different paths in our business ventures, in our life, in our music careers. But we're still brothers. Those are my brothers. Rick Bliss is upstairs right now. That's my brother.
Right.
So the point, more about me, I've got 4 albums. I've recorded in Addiction's studio.
Addict Records,
Addict
right?
Records,
That's what it is.
He used to record for Nike, Philly, and all them. He lives in Texas now. Shout out to Addict. He recorded my first project. My dog Caponics, I recorded my second and third album in his lab, in Caponics Labs. drove him fucking absolutely crazy. Everything had to be a certain way. I drove my dude nuts.
When I was recording Project Flat World, I had to hear about you recording your project. I think it was #Bump Osh at the time. Oh man, he was getting so irritated.
Everything had to be a certain way, and then it translated over into blueprints.
Great project though. Great project. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Check it out on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, all that. Anyway, point of the story. Leading to where we're at now, like I said, me and my brothers, we all went on different routes, and now I solely head it by myself, but I have 2 artists, Styles, phenomenal artist, and King Wilson, he's our engineer, and I hate to say behind the scenes guy, but I mean, a lot of you don't know who he is publicly, because he is behind the scenes. Yep. But I mean, he's pushing a lot of our newer shit forward. We got a lot of ciphers in the works. He did the exclusive beats at the Rappers Delight competitions. He made the exclusive beats for the freestyle battles.
Did he do them this time around again? Oh,
we didn't have freestyle.
That's right. There
battles
wasn't a freestyle battle this time.
Okay. Yeah. So enough about us. You'll get enough of that sooner or later.
Oh yeah.
The major thing in Casper that we collaborate on, and that I took and collaborated with some of my partners from the Black Hills, Dirty Dog Production. Shout out Dirty Dog, Eric and Jenica. What they did was they started a hip-hop competition in the Black Hills, which their format's different than mine, but the purpose was the same, was to spotlight local artists through friendly competition. I mean, it's hip-hop, so obviously it's not, hey pal, but what they did was they brought a lot of cats out of the woodworks, and the way that we found out about it, Duke just magically happened to be on the same trip at a show I was headlining.
Yep, I was headed up there to hang out with a guy that I don't even talk to now. I'm not even gonna mention his name, but I ran up there with Doc Seuss from Rhyme Sick. Shout out Rhyme Sick. And it was just one of those things. I called up Seuss, asked him what he was doing, and he was going to be a part of this show. And turns out Osh was headlining the same show that weekend. And I got on a spot just out of accident. It just happened out of nowhere. I showed up, and they're like, "Hey, Duke, you want to hop up on this?" And said. And now, it's been running for... How long, man? It's been...
I'm not positive the month they started it, but they started it early last year in 2017. Yeah. So I started it in June 2017. No, July was my first show. So July 2017, we started Rappers Delight, and the way I formatted it was there's 2 openers and a headliner, and the way we'd do it was we'd stagger it with the competition. So we'd have an opener, which would be a regional artist from Colorado, South Dakota, Nebraska, and then we'd break into the first round of the competition, and it's all crowd participation. Say me and Duke, I'd perform an original song. I'd be done. I'd shut up. I'd sit down. Duke would get up. He'd perform an original song, and then the host, which is me, would get up and say, "Hey, what do you think of my man Duke Wallace? What do you think of my man Osh?" And the crowd would, respond, and the winner would move on. And so after the first round, we'd go to do a break, come back, second opener, another regional artist, second round of competition, come back, headliner, and
ran it like a bracket. You know, every winner from every division would go up against the next winner, and so on and so forth. As it went on and progressed, get to vote for your favorite artist of the month at the end of every show.
And so
hand out 2 awards usually every night.
We give trophies away, Freestyle Artist of the Year and Stage and Show Champion of the Year. Yep. And we give away medals too for the Entertainer of the Month, who is somebody who didn't win either competition, which also comes with a $100 prize. But the Entertainer of the Month gets the medallion and just gets recognition that's voted on by everybody in the crowd. We take little tickets when people go in and out to smoke cigarettes, and just throw one in the box and we count them up. And so it's the point of Rappers Delight is to shine or to shed spotlight on regional artists. So like I said, we've had artists from Colorado, we've had Messin, we've had E-Pill, we've had Doctrine, we've had Young C, who just put out songs with Kevin Gates. All these guys are on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify.
We've had Sycamore Treasy.
Sycamore Treasy came, cleaned house one night in a competition.
The RIP Soldiers just came.
RIP Soldiers just headlined
last weekend.
White with a Sprite always comes with a crowd. He's a youngster in high school.
Every time.
I mean, there's numerous artists out here that come out and show out every time. And so what we're going to do over the next course of the next year or so, we're going to bring more artists to you. We're going to pump out these podcasts, talk about Rappers Delight. Check out the Rappers Delight page on Facebook.
Going to bring in guests in. Some of them are going to be winners from the Rappers Delight. Some of them are going to be some of our homies from out of town, from Colorado, Rapid City. It's just basically a way for you guys to get to know us in the scene. When we don't even really have that kind of shine around here. This isn't a big place like Atlanta or California where everybody just has every kind of outlet that they would want. I know this is fairly new to the area. We still get a lot of, I don't want to say like hate per se, but it's non-believers. There you go. I think that'd be the best way to put it, because nobody thinks that Wyoming artists can be taken seriously, and I'm sure some of the artists around here give us the bad reputation we do, because not everybody's a great MC, but there's always gonna be, as Osh would put it, the balloon effect. You got the people that everybody sees, and that's who everybody generalizes everyone after, and then you got the mediocre ones, and then you got the really great ones that don't get any kind of shine because nobody wants to take us seriously as a collective.
And to relate to the general public without the balloon theories a little bit deeper, like imagine there's a field of weeds, but there's only 10 roses out there in 1 acre. You know what I mean? So that's what the general public sees the hip hop scene here as, is like
weeds.
Yeah, weeds. You don't see the roses. I mean, you might hear that they're out there, or someone told you they're out there, but you're not going to take your time to go look. So what these podcasts are going to do, we're going to encourage you to go look. Shout out to everybody who's supported us in the community. Local business owners. Ryan Edwards owns Downturn Wings and Greens. Sterling Ramirez owns Identity Salon. Ruggy 307 is one of our local street artists who's sponsored, and the city commissions him to do pieces around town.
Oh, nice. Is that who does the electric boxes that you see around town and stuff?
He did one. No, that was a different city project, but he has one of those boxes.
Oh, nice.
But, the point is, a lot of these local artists are doing big things in the community, and they support us, and we support them. So it's people helping people is the point of this show. You know, it's called Noise from Nowhere. We're from the same place as you, for the most part. For our first few episodes, this probably won't break our region, but
might get a couple viewers from the UK.
We're here for you guys.
Shout out my boy Dynamic.
Shout out to Dynamic. You gotta release that track we did, dog. You gotta release that track, bro.
Yeah, you better. I'm watching you. Yeah, this is what it's about, man. We gotta show love for each other. We gotta support each other. Else, ultimately, the scene is just gonna turn stagnant. The only people that you are gonna see doing it are the same people over and over again, and that's not what we want. That's why the Rappers Delight is always something different.
The thing I've bragged about, I think, up to this point is Rappers Delight has pumped out 30 artists, and we started in July of last year, which it might not be a lot in a big city, but in Wyoming and in Casper, people didn't know there was 30 artists hanging out that had talent. You might have known that there was 30 rappers out there, but you didn't know that
everybody's a rapper.
Yeah, you didn't know that there was 30 artists that were willing to come out on the stage with tracks ready, mixed and mastered. They had they had their money ready. They were ready to bet on themselves,
with skill.
Some of these cats, who's heard of the Mighty motherfucking Q? This dude,
the Mighty Q.
This kid comes in here. He came in my studio, and I put him on one of my ciphers, and this kid roasted everybody on the cipher. Comes out of the booth like, man, I think you guys killed me.
Yeah, this dude's all talking.
I think you guys got me. Yeah. And this dude, like, he roasts every mic. You have to buy a new mic if this dude comes in the studio.
Sounded like he threw 30 syllables into one bar. Like, I don't know how he done it, but that kid's amazing. Reese is another one.
In my opinion, and this is I'll stand on top of this. In my opinion, in Casper, Reese has the best stage show of all the newer artists.
Oh man, and
hands down.
He's been on tour. He's been on tour
kid,
with Dead
he's
Media.
He's got me out here. Who they go? Who they reach? Who they reach? You know what I mean? So, I mean, he's got.
I got to track out with Reese.
I got a track with Reese too.
Yep.
Yep. Bounce. And,
bounce. Off
no breaks.
Bounce off of the Remy Diary.
No breaks off #Bumpo. Shout out to Reese.
Yeah.
So who else? Zach. He's always hiding in the cut, but he's another ultra talented artist.
Just so many of them.
He did one of our Rappers Delights. He only did one. I try to talk him into it every time, and he won.
First one he done after we've been trying to get him on.
Hound him. He did it.
First one he done, came there, won. Shut it down.
Okay, now we're gonna speak about first time winners. I know I'm gonna say his name wrong. Demonian? Xavier is his real name.
Xavier,
so shout out to my dog Xavier.
We butchered your name. Sorry, bro, but you killed it.
My bad, dog. So anyway, homie came out here with the voice that, man, Trey Songz mixed with Usher, mixed with JT Lake, mixed with the Angel. You know what I mean? Like, homie came out here, a baby. You know what I mean? Teenager still. Killed everybody on the stage.
Was that his first time on? First time on stage.
I don't know about on stage, but I know as on our stage.
Oh man,
sure.
he killed it. He
original songwriter. He came with his own songs. You know what I mean?
And that's something you don't really see anymore. Is somebody that comes through and like first timer singing
and teenager
singing. Like we get a lot of rappers, but like Styles, Xavier, even Static Jack came out singing this time. Like we're starting to get a more eclectic range of artists.
Right.
We're not just getting the rappers that you see like the horrorcore rappers or the trap rappers. Like we're actually getting songwriters and singers.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No hate on the horrorcore trap rappers.
No hate at all.
Most of my
no
beats
hate
are
at
trap
all.
Beats.
Oh man, I listened to horrorcore throughout high school.
Shout out to all my juggalos. We're from Casper. If you don't know a juggalo, you ain't from here.
But it's nice to see these young cats coming through and, you know, putting their heart on the stage. We get to see something different that we're not used to.
Right.
Which is a singer.
Well, and a major point of this too is these kids are getting a chance to know each other doing stuff and know that I can plug them with shirts and hoodies. I know the dude who makes banners. You know, I know the sound and lights guy. I know this and this and this, and these are all people that I know. Shout out to Derek Vigil at Vigil's Vinyls. That's my cousin. He does our sound at every show. He makes my banners. The dude's a goddamn genius. He's my little cousin.
Shout out to my guys in Scotts Bluff, Pro Weiss. My boy Arcane, he was putting in work today doing some merchandise as well. So we can hook these kids up, man.
Like, right. So if you're an artist out there and you need stuff done, Osh has got it, man. I got hoodies, shirts, everything. Duke's got wristbands,
CDs, shirts,
package
hats,
CDs, hats.
all that.
Look at this hat right here. I'm wearing the Casper hat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is my hat. That's me. On the side right here it says Osh from the Ghost on that bad boy.
We got it. Embroidery, vinyl printing. These kids get to actually network with guys like us that have been doing it a few years, kind of got our foot in the door in the right direction, and we can give them a push forward, which is
we're dudes that's not trying to rape you. We're not trying to fucking take all your money to give you minimal. You know what I mean?
We want to give you the best.
I want to build a scene. That is the point of Osh in the hip-hop community, is to build a hip-hop community. There needs to be that.
I want to see these kids go further and farther than we have.
I just want to see the self-hatred stop. I want Casper artists or Casper people to stop hating Casper artists in Wyoming. People to stop hating Wyoming artists. It's
like
bullshit.
I've never really understood it, and I heard Boosie say it in an interview. Nobody's gonna hate you worse than your hometown. He doesn't even really rock in his hometown.
But that's not what. But he's on some different like hater jack you type shit.
Oh
like,
yeah, but
where we're at is
I never understood it as that. But like being a performer in your hometown, you never know how much like disrespect there is for what you're doing until you start to do it from the people that are in your town.
Well, shout out to my fucking haters because we're doing big things out here in Casper, our fucking little ass town.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are rocking with this tough.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to my haters. Thank you. Keep talking about me. Keep thinking that I'm fucking with your old ladies because I'm so lame, dog. I'm so cute, but I'm not fucking your old lady, bro. I promise.
We don't want them. We don't
Promise.
want them. That's sick. But yeah, we're just trying to push for a better.
If you're somebody who's interested if you watch our podcast and you're interested in coming on, you got something you want to talk about with what you're doing in music or in the music scene or something you see or something you like to change or things that you know, opportunities, hit us up.
Message us.
Shout out to all my homies out there that are doing music. Lucchese.
We got Biscuit. He's on tour right now.
Biscuit's on tour
with
right
J Rod.
now.
J Rod the Problem from Rhymesick.
Yeah.
So we got.
I mean, there's who else, man? Name
let's see. Dead Media is always rocking around here. Rhymesick. So Rhymesick was just down here.
Okay, break out of the originals. Break out of Rhymesick, Blueprint, Dead Media.
Okay. The people that are doing it.
Yeah. Who do we got up here? We pretty shouted out everybody up there.
Mike 7 Deuce.
Oh, my dog, Mikey 7 Deuce. Hey, I'm working on one of his projects right now. Last ditch effort. He's at the halfway house currently, so we can't really like move far into it, but the little things we got right here, I think we got like 6 tracks that I'm working on for him. He's got stuff he's working on. He's sick, poet, storyteller.
Oh man, he's so sick.
Q's got a song that he just released called Paranoia. I'm supposed to be working on a video for him. Q, hit me up, dog. We're supposed to be working on a video.
Mike 7 Deuce is probably one of the coolest artists I've listened to in your basement.
He gives me goose fucking bumps. Like there's no other way to say it. The dude makes me sweat. Like the shit he says is just it hits you. It hits you.
Got my boy Jake the Face. He's working on some new projects in the studio right now. He's one hell of a battle rapper. I grew up with this cat in Scotts Bluff. In Scotts Bluff, if you've never been there, it's a little smaller than Casper, but it has the same kind of mentality. Same kind of, they can't be rappers, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Scotts Bluff is very similar to Casper.
Yeah. But I brought together all the dopest cats in Scotts Bluff from videographers. I got my DJ on there. And we're trying to do the same thing there as we're doing here, and that's why I'm working with Osh. Osh and I just...
We're trying to get Rappers Delight set up all across the region. So if you're watching this in a different town and you got plugs on venues, if you know artists, like multiple artists to where we could get a show running, 5, 6, 8 artists, I could bring artists. So we only really need 8 artists to pump a show through one of the Rappers Delight competitions. So...
honestly, I don't know... Like you asked me, who else do I know that are doing things? I don't know very many that are unless they're doing the Rapper's Delight.
Oh, shout out to my homegirl, Suai Generous in Laramie. She's been one of my favorites.
Yeah?
Yeah, for years, dog. Before I started doing music, I was watching her shit on. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a boy, my boy Joe. He just moved out to Laramie. He's from New Mexico. Okay. I believe. Don't quote me on that. I just talked to him on Facebook. I forgot, but he lives in Laramie now, and he's an MC as well. And he's wanting to get a show going with us.
Cats from other places. Cheyenne. What Cheyenne artist you know?
Shout out to my dude, Ugly Boy. He's been a producer of mine since I started doing this. Jake the Face brought him to me, or showed him to me, because that's who produces and mixes and masters most of Jake's stuff. Ugly Boy, if you want some fire tracks, want fire beats, doesn't matter if it's EDM, R&B, trap, some club bangers, hit up my dude Ugly Boy. Another cat from Cheyenne, Dropo Bandito with Presidential. They are kicking up every Friday. They do the funeral Fridays on Facebook, and it does the same things. It's another competition, but they do it throughout the month. Every Friday they have an artist come out from Cheyenne, and they do a verse or they do a song, and at the end of the month you get to vote for your favorite artist of the month that dropped a hot song in the middle of their barbershop, which is their barbershop's up front, and then you go behind this wall and down a set of steps, and their studio's right there in the same building. So it's way sick. If you guys are in Cheyenne and you need music done, hit up Dropo Bandito with Presidential, or hit up my dude Ugly Boy, because they're always busy. They're always working on stuff.
Shout out to my dog C3, aka Psychosis out of Cheyenne. He was my celly in the joint like fucking 8 years ago. But he was one of the artists who pushed me along and kept me fresh, because I quit hip hop, that's a whole different story. But I mean, he was somebody who kept me fresh. I wasn't had nothing to do with hip hop for a really long time. So, but he was one of the dudes who kept me in it. Shout out to him. I know he's out there. Denver artists, outside of Rhymesick, you know anybody?
Shoot.
I know the names of cats, but people that I don't personally know, my dog E-Pill lives out there, so shout out to E-Pill.
Yeah, I really don't. I kind of just stay to myself, man.
Okay.
Like, I don't know about them
Black Hills artists,
unless I've seen them. You know what I mean?
Frizzolid's my dog. Shout out to Frizzolid. Came out and rocked the headline fucking Rapper's Delight this last weekend. Came stayed at my house. Humble cat, amazing artist.
I don't really.
R.I.P. Soldiers. Those are my fucking people, my business partners, my homies. I fucking love you guys.
Solid.
So if you're doing shows out in the Black Hills,
Great
hit
artists.
them up. They do a lot of promotion.
Definitely hit them up. They put me onto all this with Osh.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, Osh and I have kind of just formed a relationship around this stuff. Like, we weren't even really kicking it together. We weren't even like
basically
homies.
Duke. I mean,
we were
cool,
homies. We were cool,
but Duke needed a studio, and all of a sudden he's at my house like on the weekly basis.
Yeah, I'm here all the time now. I don't know where else I'd rather be.
Straight up. We've been talking about this podcast for almost a month now, so we're finally getting it fucking done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
But yeah, as far as artists go, like, I don't really. If I come across them on Facebook or something like that, like, I'll check them out, but I don't.
I know we're leaving lots of people out, so don't think like we're disrespecting or hating. This is all on the spot, also. And
yeah, this is just us talking, but I don't. Unless an artist is constantly pushing, constantly grinding, I'm constantly seeing them. Like, that's how I met
White Smokes up in the Buffalo Powell area. FaZe up in Gillette with his camp. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. My bad, guys. They're all sick as fuck. They're sick as fuck out of Gillette. I mean, this state is riddled with fucking artistry.
Wyo
out of Cheyenne.
Dude, Wyo's always on the scene. He's been kicking it for...
Your homie from Torrington.
Yeah, Degsy, he's part of Area 21 as well. I think I kind of grabbed all the sickest cats from around my hometown area.
That area, Scottsbluff, Torrington area.
Yeah. But unless they're constantly putting out work and I'm constantly seeing them and stuff like that, or somebody sharing their music, I really don't catch up with a lot of people outside the circle. Like I heard about Texas through you. Texas.
Shout out to Texas.
Texas.
Shout out to my cousin Waze. That's my family.
Yep.
He's sick ass, one of the best freestyle artists I know.
Oh, dude, one of the sickest.
So
has to be.
Shout out to my cousin Waze for bringing Texas out to us, letting us know what's up. And, these are cats that didn't know about us. We didn't know about them. 93 Film and Media, they're out here making music videos for people. They made my dog Lucchese's music video. They just filmed Styles' newest music video that's gonna drop shortly. I don't know what the timeline is on that.
So in closing, our basic goals of this show are just to bring more light to the hip hop scene, the area, the local artists, even local businesses. This isn't, like we said, we are hip hop artists, yes, we're in the hip hop scene, but this isn't necessarily just gonna be a hip hop show.
So in closing, what we're doing, our goals, we're gonna try to bring one show to you a week. At very minimum, it might be more than that. We might got a lot to say. We're gonna bring guests from around the area, from states surrounding area. Yep. All the artists that we network with, and
we're gonna bring new music to you.
Also, when we post these, don't be afraid to comment, share your opinions, things like that. We'll answer them.
If you have any new music videos or new music that you were trying to get out there, throw it our way. We'll talk about it on the show. If we think it's hot, we'll give you an honest review about it. If you know anybody that might be interested in the show or somebody that we should look at, send them our way. We're more than happy to network with anybody around here, because this is what we're all about.
Right. Anyways, so that's all we got for our episode 1. Shout out to everybody from my camp, Blueprint, Styles, King Wilson.
Shout out to Area 21, DJ Offbeat, J-Rod the Ballerman, Deg Z, Arcane, Dynamic from the UK headed that chapter. Y'all know who you are. Big Fuzz Diesel, what up?
Shout out, love, Wyoming. Peace.
Peace out.
Midwest renegade hooligan, who is it? Reppin' it heavily, Dookie Mane. And no shade. Take 2 shots straight to the brain. Ice grilled out like I'm hella paid. Whoa, take your ass up to the helipad. Toss Toss your ass into propeller blades. You know the boys stay too insane. Renegade, renegade, renegade. Midwest renegade, hooligan, who is he? Reppin' it heavily, Dookie Mane. Take 2 shots straight to the brain. Ice grilled out like I'm hella paid. Whoa, take your ass up to the helipad. Toss your ass into propeller blades. You know the boys stay too insane.